Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be looking back at Monday Night Raw for February 2025. Raw starts off with the Royal Rumble winner, the main event, Jey Uso. Jey says, I don't even know what to say. He says he's been in the game for 15 years. He didn't have the confidence when he became a singles competitor, but now he does. Yeet. The people are going absolutely bananas for him. He says now that he's gonna main event Wrestlemania, it's just me, Oos. Then out comes the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther says, Jey, I would give you congratulations, but in reality, I'm very disappointed. A rematch between us is not appealing to me. You can't even lace my boots. Oh my. Gunther says he's gonna refuse this match again. He says, Jey, if you choose me at WrestleMania, people will say it will be the most horrible display of violence this business has ever seen. I will put you down like the dog that you are. He goes to walk away and Jey says, whoa, hold up. I'm going to Friday Night SmackDown to holler at Cody Rhodes, but Gunther, whoever I choose, I'm walking into WrestleMania, the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, and I'm walking out champion. Yeet! The first match of the evening is a one-on-one contest between Penta and Ludwig Kaiser. They lock up to start the match and Penta tosses Kaiser onto the apron. Then Penta leaps from the second turnbuckle, leaping at Kaiser, but Kaiser hits him with a right hand. Then he grabs Penta and hits a Death Valley driver on the apron. We come back from break and we see Penta backdropping Kaiser to the outside on the floor. Then he dives and he leaps over the top rope, taking out Kaiser. They get back in the ring and Penta hits a crossbody off the top rope but only gets a 2 count. Penta from behind grabs Kaiser and hits the Penta driver. 1, 2, 3. Penta picks up the dub. Then we see the Judgment Day and the back in their clubhouse. Finn says, Dom, not only did you steal my tag team title rematch, you also stole my tag team partner. And in the process, you got him injured. Liv interrupts and says, no, it wasn't Dom's fault. JD got hurt by the War Raiders, plus Dom got you an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Finn says, Dom, you really did that? Dom says, of course, we're a family. Next out comes the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match, Charlotte Flair. She says, hello Cleveland, I have missed you guys. It broke me apart not being able to be a part of WrestleMania last year. The crowd starts booing her. Charlotte says she's the greatest of all time, so go ahead and boo her all you want. Then out comes the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. Charlotte says, hey mommy. Rhea says, this is my show and now we have the possibility to go to war one more time. Rhea says, Charlotte, please choose me because the last time we met at Mania, I beat you. Then Charlotte says, well, the first time we met at WrestleMania, I beat you for the NXT Championship. Charlotte says, Rhea, you jumped the gun. I've got nothing but time. I'm going to go to NXT and see Julia. Then I'm going to go to Friday Night SmackDown and see Tiffany. Charlotte says, I'll see you next week. But as she goes to walk away, Rhea steps in front of her. Rhea says, please pick me so I can beat some respect into you at WrestleMania. Then we come back from break and Rhea is walking into the back where she runs into Io Sky. Sky says, maybe I'll see you at WrestleMania. Then as Io's walking away, she's attacked by Liv Morgan. Rhea runs in to make the save, but then she is jumped from behind by Raquel Rodriguez, knocking her over the rollers. Liv and Raquel walk off as Rhea and Sky look very mad. The next match is a tag team contest with the New Day against the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. The match starts off with Woods and Dragon Lee. They lock up and then Woods throws Lee into the ropes and Kofi trips him. Lee battles back and goes to the top rope and hits a crossbody on Kofi. Then Lee hits a Hurricanrana. The LWO is looking good. Then we see Logan Paul coming to the ring, distracting Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Woods tosses Lee off the top rope and Kofi pushes Mysterio off the steps into the barricade. Logan then looks down at Rey as we go to commercials. We come back from break and we see Lee leaping over the top rope and hitting Woods with a Hurricanrana from the apron to the floor. Paul then trips Rey Mysterio and pulls him out to the floor chest first. Paul then picks up Mysterio and tosses him into the ring. Kofi hits Mysterio with the Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. The New Day pick up the victory with help from Logan Paul. Then in the back we see Kathy Kelly with CM Punk. Kathy says you didn't win the Rumble, but the silver lining is you have a chance to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Punk says no, the silver lining is that Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins didn't win the Rumble. Punk says tonight I'm gonna beat Sami Zayn and advance to the Elimination Chamber. The next contest was a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber as Io Sky went one-on-one with Liv Morgan. As soon as the match begins, Liv runs to the outside, but Io grabs her by the hair. Io then throws Liv into the barricade. Io tosses Liv back into the ring. Then Liv hits a running knee on Io in the corner, followed by a basement dropkick. Then Io ducks Liv and drops her with a right hand. Liv then rolls to the outside and Io runs and hits a suicide dive. We come back from break and we see Io hitting a missile dropkick from the top rope. Io goes onto the apron and Liv tries to do a sunset flip, but Io holds onto the rope and stomps her in the chest and hits a springboard moonsault. Back in the ring, Io hits a hurricanrana off the top, followed by a meteora in the corner. Io then goes to the top for a moonsault, but Raquel jumps on the apron to distract her. Raquel then jumps down and Io goes for the moonsault, but Liv gets her feet up. Rhea then comes down to help her, going right after Raquel Rodriguez, knocking her down. Liv then grabs Rhea by the hair and Rhea turns around and clocks her, causing a disqualification. From the disqualification, Liv Morgan is moving on to the Elimination Chamber. Then in the ring, Io Sky looks very upset and walks away from Rhea Ripley. Next, comes Seth freaking Rollins. Seth says, "Welcome to Monday Night Rollins." Rollins says he's happy for Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I love to see people get what they deserve. And that leads me to CM Punk. CM Punk lost the Royal Rumble and I love to see it. He got tossed over the top rope by Logan Paul. Then he says next, Roman Reigns, and the crowd chants OTC. Seth says the OTC lost the Royal Rumble and may not make it to WrestleMania at all. Seth says I hurt Roman Reigns. Roman Paul, nobody will tell you this, but he is out indefinitely and it's all because of me. And third, Seth freaking Rollins. I lost the Royal Rumble, but there are many paths to WrestleMania for me, and in 2 weeks I have a match with Finn Balor to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. I will take care of that business when it's time, but there's somebody else that needs to take care of business tonight, and that's Sami Zayn. Then Sami Zayn comes out. Seth says the world knows I hate CM Punk, and I know you hate CM Punk too. He said you were not on his level a couple weeks ago, Sami. Sami, end his dreams tonight of main eventing WrestleMania. Then out comes the best in the world, CM Punk. Punk and Rollins cross paths on the aisleway and they need to be split up by referees. And then it was time for the main event of the evening to see who's qualifying for the Elimination Chamber as Sami Zayn goes one-on-one with CM Punk. The match begins with Punk grabbing a headlock. Sami reverses it, hitting a DDT. Sami backs into the corner and Punk hits him with a running knee and goes for the bulldog, but Sami reverses it into a blue thunder bomb. 1, 2, Punk kicks out. Sami sets up for a haluva kick, but Punk rolls him up for a 2 count. Then Sami goes for another haluva kick, but misses, and Punk calls for the GTS. He gets Sami up on his shoulders, but Sami reverses it into a small package. 1, 2, Punk kicks out. Then Punk gets up and turns around and Sami hits him with an exploder suplex. He's setting up for yet another haluva kick attempt, and Sami runs right into Punk and he catches him. Punk then hits the GTS. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk is going to Elimination Chamber. Punk then points at the WrestleMania sign and turns around, and him and Sami shake hands after the match. Then Owens shows up and knocks Sami into Punk, knocking them both down. Owens grabs Sami Zayn and hits him with a package piledriver to end Monday Night Raw.